And you got your little silver toolbox for in here.
Yeah.
And this has got your other crank handle. And this one's going to be for your manual crank out for your back stabilizer jacks. And this is going to be your shower hose, basically. And it's just a quick connect that goes right here. You take it, pop it right into place, and you got hot and cold running water to it.
Okay.
So if you're washing yourself off, dogs off, whatever, you can do it without freezing them. You got some warm water to go with it. And this is what they call your docking station here, your wet bay. You're going to have phone and cable, satellite hookups out here. And these here are the same thing as over there, where you can run all your cables right through the bottom, through here, bring them right up, tie into everything, and not have to worry about leaving your door wide open to boot.
As nice as this is, why the hell did they put that there? It's kind of in the way.
I know it. That's it. It's just a shower. It's just something to make it look special.
I was like, they brag about it, but it's kind of just in the way, really.
It would seem like it, because I mean, then you got your winterization, and this will be if you're using coolant and stuff like that. That's where you'll come in, flip that up. What that's going to do is basically that's shutting off to the. That's just setting up your water pump to go into, because on the water pump itself, it's got another hose that's tied onto it. That's basically just there. It's not going to anything. That's your siphon hose off your water pump.
Okay.
So what you want to do is, if you're using coolant, come in here, flip this open, or flip this up, pick your hose, stick in your coolant, turn on your water pump, and it'll automatically start
Suck it up
and start through it. And to get to that, you're going to have to take this panel off right here. And you're going to have 2 screws in here, and then there's 3 on the back side on that corner. This comes down, and that gets you to the back side of everything in here.
Okay.
So that way you can get to whatever you need to and be set up like that.
Okay.
And now you got your freshwater tank fill. This is for dry camping, or if you're going on longer hauls or anything like that down the road, you need to stop for water. This is the one that runs off your water pump.
Okay.
The other one on the other side, this is your city water. You'll want to make sure whenever you're hooked to city water, which is your water hose, you want to have your pressure regulator on. And you can either you can either screw it on here, or you can screw it to the faucet that you're using at the time, whichever's easier for you. That you just want to make sure that the pressure regulator's tied on.
Okay.
And that will come in once when you go in there and get the $50 gift certificate. What they used to do is we had the starter kits, and that comes with your regulator, roll of toilet paper, little dump station hose and stuff like that, and just really kickstart is all it is. But then I changed that up to where you can either get that or
get the $50, spend it on something else.
Snap stuff. But that'd be the one thing you want to make sure you get.
Okay.
Off of that is going to be that pressure regulator for your city water.
Okay.
And that's really important, because these water lines are only rated to about 65 psi.
And then they just pop.
And after that, you go in there and hit them with 100 pounds of pressure, you're liable to start blowing water lines out all over this thing. So that's where that regulator comes in, and because it'll drop it down to between 45 and 55 psi.
Okay.
This is your Santa flush. What this one does, this one goes directly to the black tank. So after you're dumping your tanks, tie your water hose on right here. Leave your black gate valve open, which I'll show you where they're at. They're in here. But you want to make sure you got your black gate valve open, which is this side here. Because on here it's going to go wastewater, gray, and gray. So it's going to be black tank, gray 1 or gray 2, and then your other gray.
Now pushed in, they're open.
They're closed.
Pushed in, they're closed.
They're closed now. Whenever you want to dump them, just open that up, and everything will come out from right there.
So pulled out, they're open, pushed in, they're closed.
But whenever you're hooked to the Santa flush, make sure you open this one. Make sure you open this one up whenever you use the Santa flush.
Okay.
So that way, because it's just there's a jet sprayer inside of there. It does just hits on one side of the tank. So when it starts spraying out, it just starts helping to flush everything out of the tank, help clean it up. But that does build a lot more pressure in that tank than you would expect right away if there's
nowhere
closed.
For the air to go.
Exactly. And you can end up blowing tanks or sending water places you don't want it to go.
Shitter's full.
That's it. But I said, whenever you hook it out, just make sure this gate valve's open, and it only goes to the black. It doesn't go to the grays.
Okay.
So once you're getting ready to dump, pull your black, rinse it out a little bit, and then follow up with your grays just to finish cleaning out your dump station hose before you put it up.
Okay.
Another switch right here, this is a water pump switch. This is a kick on your water pump here. If you turn it on out here, the one on the inside will not turn it off. You'll have to come back out here and turn it off.
Okay.
And it's the same with the one on the inside. They're both the same switch for the water pump, but they are both not interchangeable.
And there's nothing to tell you which way's on either, is
No.
there? Okay.
No, now this honestly should be on, but if the one on in there is off, or that one in there was used, and this one was in on, this one actually, if that one in there's...
If it's on, then this is off, right? So whichever okay.
Because well, actually, if that one's on in there, this one's on. No matter how you look at it, automatically flips this one on, but you can't flip it off.
Gotcha.
You can't turn it
Okay.
off without going to that one inside. Now, honestly, I'm gonna say this should be your off position there. The other one's gonna be your on. I'd say that would be your off.
Okay.
Furnace vent. Just want to make sure if you're running this, whatever's sitting in front of it
Doesn't catch on fire.
Doesn't catch on fire, because it'll melt down and burn.
Okay.
If you've got a bunch of weeds or something like that, you want to make sure they're clear to this, because it will.
Put two nipples on a tree. Sorry.
That's all right.
I got like a 3-year-old sense of humor.
Hey, y'all gotta have some kind of sense of humor nowadays. You know what? Like I said, this is where everything will dump from when you're dumping out. It's gonna be right there. And before I pass it, this tube right here, this is your fresh water tank drain.
Ah,